What's good, people? My name is Scott, and you're welcome to What's Real with Scott. And I'm here with a very, very beautiful guest, by the way. And if you have been liking my videos and subscribing and watching, you are right. If you're not sharing, you are wrong. And why do you want to be wrong? Why? Be right. Anyways, my guest today is somebody that I've known for 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. We met 3 years ago. It was nice. When I saw her first time, I didn't know she was married, you know. And I was looking at her, I was like, But he died quick. He died very, very quick because I found out she was married. And I'm a child of God. She was the accountant of the firm I worked with. It was real estate. Her name is Maroj.
Yes, that's me.
What's good? What's good, mama?
Nothing much. I'm fine, thank you.
The first time I met you, yeah, you gave me a very, very good vibe. The reason why I would say I was, no, don't think it's in,
No, I get you.
normal,
I get
appropriate, was because of how you moved. You moved like someone you had the vibrancy of someone single.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Don't let my husband hear that. Don't let him
No.
hear.
I feel like people that are married, they always act in one certain way, that they are bigger than every other person. Do you
That's
know?
true.
They be
Yes,
acting
some
like,
people do.
I'm married, I'm not more on your level. But you, it's not as if you were acting like, you were not acting, you were someone that anybody could speak to in that sense.
Yes, because I was the accountant, or I'm still the accountant, so I
Yeah.
need to, money flows. I need to make everything work.
Arrange everywhere,
Yes.
Still.
Make everywhere soft.
So basically, Maroj, tell us a little about yourself.
Okay. Messi Maro
Yeah.
was my name. But now I'm Messi Popola.
Okay. But I'll still call you Maroj every time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Anytime. Marriage everywhere. I beg. That's why I love.
Not losing the name.
I graduated from University of Lagos in 2014.
Yeah.
Studied
that's
accounting. And I had to do a lot of jobs and worked in several companies. But now I work with Terms Exclusive Haven. I'm the accountant of that firm. We are into real estate, sales of land, and construction. We are hoping to move into that really soon. Don't mind whatever is going on in Lagos. We have properties in everywhere, so don't worry. We got you.
Today I want to speak about. I titled this whole podcast based on the fact that how I felt about marriages. Honestly, if I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys, being very honest with you guys, I feel like marriage is a scam. Like, why do people really get married? What's the point? When the whole hype on the marriage, let me not lie, the whole hype on the marriage is the ceremony.
I wouldn't say that. It's not.
How important was the ceremony for you?
How important was it for me? Well, from the family I come from, we're not too big on too much ceremony.
Okay.
But the person I was getting married to is a jaye person. Yoruba guys now, they want to show up and show off. Let me use that word.
Okay.
And so many aunties from this place. Popola lo fe marry o. Gabriel lo fe shake by. I'm sorry.
I speak Yoruba, I speak vernacular. We're in Lagos.
Okay.
Normal.
So we have to show out. What are we wearing?
Yeah.
This, that. The stress was actually too much. Going to get clothes. Everybody wants to do anko. What I wanted really was something just small.
So you had a big wedding. That's what you're saying.
I can't even remember people that came for that wedding. When I see people, they'll tell me, I was at your wedding. Okay.
But I always felt that weddings are usually centered around the bride.
For me, it wasn't centered around me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that wedding wasn't for me because I could count my family.
What?
Yes, it was that serious.
How did it make you feel?
Well, it didn't make me feel. I was exhausted. It started late.
Okay.
We had to go all the way to Ogun State to meet the family at the center. Okay, we are coming from here, we are coming from that. You have to put a lot of things into consideration. So that was exhausting. So many, but you just have to keep up the smile so you won't, because of pictures and carry, video and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, it went well. We got home to sleep.
You went to honeymoon the next day, Sha.
You say?
Honeymoon. They don't do honeymoon again.
Wait, first.
Okay.
No, people still do, but
Okay.
I'm not sure I did.
Ah.
No. I,
The wedding was too big. You people spent so much on the wedding. We
wait,
just go home and rest.
no,
We're tired.
well, we can't say personally we spent a lot because
Okay. Family, yeah,
family, everybody.
Yoruba culture.
Okay, we had these people bringing their own food. This one bringing their own food. We invite our school union, like they're the one doing wedding. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, we bought clothes for this set of people
Mm-hmm.
and all of that, and I'm like, okay, it's like this party is not really mine.
Yeah.
I could count how many friends I invited.
Mm-hmm.
But all the same,
But
we thank God it went well.
for a young person, because you got married young. If I'm got married at what age?
25.
25. You got married very young. Young. A lot of 25 people now, they're still on the streets. They are not even thinking about marriage.
That's
30 gone,
actually true.
still the streets. Never reason now.
But there are most of them that want to get married
Yeah,
anyways.
but maybe. If they find the right person, I guess.
Yes, hopefully
But
they will.
somebody as young as you, obviously growing up, especially for girls, for guys, I don't think I didn't have any dreams of a whole grand wedding when I was growing up. But for girls, you guys have a particular dream of marriage, and you are from the north again. Big ups to the north. How is marriage at the north, by the way? I've never seen people get married in northern style before.
Don't shock me with this question because
don't
me,
know
I've gone
too.
to Yoruba.
So you don't know how they do
Me,
weddings
I
in the north?
don't even know how they do it anymore.
Is it
Because
quiet? Do they do small parties or big parties?
that depends on how
The
much
money.
you have.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm sure you've seen on Instagram a lot of
Yeah.
Hausa party area
And
and
Hausa
all
people
of
have
that.
money, have clean
They
money
have
still.
money and they
Yeah.
just do their thing, and it's not lousy like Yoruba.
You say lousy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But anyways, going back to the question, how was it for you getting married at young age? Obviously, you had dreams of how you wanted your wedding to be, or you didn't have those. Every girl child has those. My wedding is going to look glamorous, nice. Okay, even if it's small, you have a particular line in which you think the wedding is going to be. So, how was it for you?
For me, I would say the wedding was. I really did not plan. I really didn't
So you
think
you
of
didn't have you didn't
having
have any
no
process of
I
weddings in your head.
at all.
Oh,
I'm not sure I planned towards doing so much like on my wedding day. I just wanted everything. I would say basically I just wanted the court wedding.
you wanted the
That was
papers more than
just
any
the
other
papers more
thing.
than any other thing. Yes, the planning, even bridal shower that they said they were doing. I already knew they were planning it. So I wasn't as surprised as the bride is here. All of that.
But
I
would
wasn't
you
surprised.
say you were not surprised based on there is a traditional way weddings go? So it's like you already have a pre-planned. Okay, normally in the wedding they will engage.
Yes,
Then after
I
engage,
already knew
you
all
would
of
now
that.
do bridal stuff.
Yes.
So it wasn't a surprise. You're
No,
like,
it wasn't
okay,
surprise.
let it happen.
It was actually a stressful journey for me, honestly.
But how is the marriage itself? Okay, now let's go into this marriage. Growing up, I understood what marriage is growing up in a family that had a father and a mother. So my first, before primary school definition, was marriage. Marriage is the union or coming together of a man and a woman to become husband and wife. That's what I knew since primary one. And I've not lost that definition and I've not added to it. I don't need additions. That one is okay for me.
But very soon you will.
But in the real sense of it, there are additions to it. And growing up, the way we saw marriage was the sample we saw in our parents. And some of us grew up from houses where you don't want to get married. They're like, oh, if this is what it is, I don't think I want to get there. But you grow up and you start dating, relationships, and you get married. How is the process? How did you imagine how it was going to be when you get married and being in the marriage
Okay.
and having kids? Now you have 3 kids.
Must you say that?
Yeah.
Must you say it?
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, I'm proud of my kids. Well, at first, my dad, anyways, I lost my dad quite young. And
Okay.
I saw the way he treated my mom. It was all love. And I think the very little memory I have of us, like my dad and myself, was when he was going to work and I had to hold him by his trouser. And I'm like, Daddy, you're not going until you buy this toy. And you will wait until the woman opens for me to get the toy. And that memory would never leave. It's just there. That's what I have. Seeing that, he was calm, always buying stuff. Daddy, when they're coming back from work, they're always.
Yeah.
And maybe my mom and my dad never showed me the side of
Okay.
them having arguments,
Okay.
or maybe I was too young to notice that. Well, I would say that. Then my mom got married again, had to see a different side of marriage. Men are not the same. You learn every day. So she leaving one and getting into another marriage was difficult with a child,
Okay.
which as a
Was yeah,
child,
a child.
yes, it was difficult to see so many what will I call it, misunderstanding. But oh boy, you sure say I won't really marry. You
You
sure say
had
now
those.
waiting I won't do with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And me finding myself in that situation now is like, that sometimes I sit and say, who push you go? When somebody annoys you and you be like,
Yeah.
but nobody force you.
True.
Now you
True.
use your leg enter. So you just have to calm down and say, but you can't leave.
Why?
It's not like the guy is
So
beating me
so
now.
so do you think marriage is a bondage?
I would say for some people it could be bondage for them. Depends on whatever they are facing in the marriage. If someone is hitting you regularly and stabbing you or locking you up, like we see on social media,
Yeah.
I'll say that's bondage. If someone is actually not allowing you go, I said something before we started. I said I'm glad he's allowing me
Me,
do
do
me.
you, yeah.
Yes, I'm so happy about that. But that doesn't mean we don't have misunderstandings and we don't argue. That sometimes we can go 2 days straight even without talking. Yes, it's that bad. But we have learned to say, okay, oh, you must not sleep if we are arguing,
Yeah.
having arguments. We must settle that argument. If not, don't sleep in the house. Go outside, go and sleep. So you have no choice. Where will you sleep? You go
Yeah.
back to your mother's house. You have to settle and all
Yeah.
of that. So I'll say, me in the marriage system now, seeing it myself, you have to tolerate each other. That's what I'll say. You cannot know this person finish, even if you date for 10 years. Enter marriage today, you will see something that you will say, are you sure I knew this person before? Or they brought another version of somebody for me to
Yeah.
be staying with. So you just have to tolerate him, not tolerate in the fact of abuse, sexual abuse, or
Yeah.
whatever abuse it is. I'm not saying you should tolerate that part. But if somebody says, okay, I don't know how to do this, learn to do it. There's sometimes when I had my first child, when he comes home, he'll be like, but this place is dirty now. This place, you would have arranged this place and this.
But you
But
just gave
now
birth.
we are 5.
Yeah.
Me, him, and the
And
3
the 3
children.
children, yeah.
He comes home and he meets the place where he wouldn't even be able to say anything because you say, okay, before you shout, sit down there. He knows because I've left the children with him for him to understand that, okay, me too, as I'm getting into the house, I do what he does. I'll be like, how far now? Can't you even sweep?
So now you're the one parent
And
for him.
yes, I'm the one parent, so he will know how it feels.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, what? When they're shouting, they're doing this. No, bros, you know how it feels now.
So basically, there has been an evolution of growth.
Yes.
Now, how was it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? Because I've heard that 1 year in marriage is the first 6 months can be sweet, but or maybe first 3 months, it's still honeymoon stage.
Yeah, sweet.
Then it's sweet. Then after 1 year, it can go disastrous. But after the first child, I heard after the first child, there's always a rock change. There's always a rock solid stamp that almost destroys the wedding. Is that true?
Well, for me, I won't say, well, maybe because I didn't experience
Oh,
that.
okay. Okay.
But in a way where, you have to move your attention to,
Adjusting from
yes, you just have
the
to
kid.
shift. And you'll be like, are you sure you really care about him?
Yeah.
Or is it now the
The
child?
child.
And I'll be like, bros, the child is a lot, like a handful already.
Yeah.
So me taking care of you, we have to find a balance, like agree on something to do. So that's what I feel. You can manage things.
Okay.
I won't say it didn't go rough. Definitely, it's real now. It's real, but you just have to understand yourself and say, okay, this is what I want, and I can't kill myself. Please, I am begging you to help me do this. Not like I'm doing shakara, but
Yeah.
please just do it for the sake of peace. And if it's someone that is understanding, definitely, if you have a partner that is understanding that, okay, I think she wasn't like this before while we were single, like
Yeah.
together alone. Now there's a child, so I will understand that okay, the child is too much to handle and she's learning, not like somebody that has had the first, the second, and the third. You are learning on the job, taking care of a child.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you were a caregiver before now, so
But
you just have to understand that
me,
part.
I want to explain to you guys why I feel that marriage is a bondage.
Okay.
You know why? Because I feel like once you get married, you can't make decisions for yourself anymore. Because now you have to consider the other person. So now you're not free. You can never be free again once you get married. You know, this 2 and 2 becoming 1.
Yeah.
It only happens because you allow that freedom to go. Because if I should hold my freedom and you hold your own freedom, 2 plus 1 plus 1 is going to give us 2. Do you understand me? So if it becomes 1, it means I'm compromising and I'm in bondage. Like I can't even go out in the night anymore. The babe, sorry, she's now wife. She's no more babe. Or can you call your wife babe?
Why can't you call your wife
Now the babe is now complaining that I'm outside, or I'm outside too much, or I'm not inside enough, or like there's a whole lot. You want to buy a car for yourself, you have to consult the babe and say, babe, I saw this car that I want to buy. And the babe will now tell you, I don't think we should buy it. But which one is I don't think we should?
And that's why God said, your wife is your helpmate. Abi? That's why God said.
You are carrying it to gospel side.
Wait, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. You can't know it all. Oh.
But why can't you do yourself?
Even if you were single and you decided to buy a car, you still ask one of your friends, how far? Shall I go for this car?
But some people just do stuff, basically, yeah.
And they just do stuff. Like, okay, early marriage, like while I was a year in marriage and all of that, I used to have the issue of, you just wake up one morning and you just decide and do things. I got to a point where I had to understand that, okay, it's not his fault. He's actually trying to adjust as much as I'm trying to adjust to marriage.
Okay.
I am not perfect. He is not perfect. So if he decides to do things in maybe while we're 6 months or a year, he will say, okay, I want to buy this shirt or this shoe. I don't need to ask her now. Is it not my money? Is it not my shoe?
Yeah, true. It's his money now.
It's his money.
And it's his shoe.
But we have we have things to do in the house.
That's the bondage now.
It's
now,
not a bondage.
Don't cage the man now.
No,
you know if you can't buy
that
shoe
means
again.
You need to have the maturity of, I want to go into marriage. Nobody's forcing you into marriage.
Now the thing now, then it's a willful bondage. Like you by yourself go to police station and say, put me behind bars.
No, it is not a bondage. It just depends on the way you see it.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you see it? Because we are seeing it differently.
Yes, we are seeing it differently because you are single and I'm married. And I'm in it for 5 years and more.
We can never even see it in the same way. It's not a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I have learned. I have done the wrong things. I have tried to retrace my steps. So you too, you go learn.
So it's actually possible to be dependent on somebody.
It's possible.
You know, we all crave independence so much as individuals. And being in a marriage means you free yourself of independence. Do you think I'm right?
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
Yes.
So you feel you can be independent in a marriage?
Well, yes, you can.
How can you? When you cannot even go out, okay, now, chill.
That's why it depends on your partner.
Chill, no.
Yeah.
You have an occasion. I'm painting this scenario very, very sweet. You have an occasion by 6 o'clock. Yeah. And you want to go out by 6 o'clock. And your husband is like, you don't go out. But you're like, Baba, I want to go.
You don't
out.
know what that guy has seen.
What has he seen?
Maybe he has prayed and God has told him that.
Guy, he just doesn't want you to go out. There's no prayer he prayed. He just doesn't want you to go out.
You don't know what is actually what if God is speaking through that guy?
God is not speaking through anybody.
I can remember before we started this conversation, we had a conversation where somebody said he told his friend not to go somewhere, and he ended up, breaking his leg. So it can be possible God spoke through him, and God can speak through my husband, or God can speak through your wife. Don't go to this place, guy.
This what you are doing now is outside joke. Would you, in a real sense, you want to go out with your friends? And I'm not saying go out, promiscuous go out. It's like a normal standard. You have friends, you want to link up, and it's like, okay, we're having like this mini small gathering. Let me be like, we're having a small gathering with a couple of friends, maybe like 3 friends, but you're meeting by 6. Maybe you're meeting at a hotel. Maybe one of your friends came back from UK. It's good, but your husband just doesn't want you to go. It happens. Not God didn't tell him anything in this life.
Okay, I've not
He
experienced
told
that.
himself, what will happen? Would you not go? Because your husband has said no, you should not go.
Okay. That's why you see it's best to understand the partner you're getting married to. You can easily just rub his head and say, "Guy, how far now?"
You secret.
Okay, you can take me. You can take me there yourself.
Secret.
Okay, oh yeah, what do you want? Let's meet halfway.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
what
yeah.
do you want? Okay. I'm sure, is it God that is telling you to tell me to
It's
sit
not
at
God.
home?
It's not God.
Or
If you do
is
that,
you
if you do that, I will agree. Wives, you guys need to learn from what she just said. Understand your partner. See what she did. I said no. She said she will do woman's magic. Rub my head. Oh, go, baby. Go, don't come back. Don't come back today. Come back tomorrow. You're free. Go. No, if I say don't come back today, if you don't come back,
Yeah.
you said you don't
What if
try
his
him.
girls hang out?
So you sleep out.
Wait, he knows where I am going. He can take me there. It now depends on trust. I trust my wife. She cannot do this. And this is girls hangout. And these are people I know. So you have to trust somebody. If okay, my husband now tell me I have a business deal and it has to be at night. You know the way Lagos is. I'm meeting with the guys at night to discuss this.
Will you be comfortable with it?
I know where you are going to.
Yeah,
If somebody calls me and tell me, where is your husband?
Yeah.
I can say he is here.
What if he leaves?
What if he leaves? I don't change location. It's not hard. You
Okay,
get
he
phone.
will update you.
I don't change location.
What if he doesn't update you? What happens?
Then
Does
he
he
couldn't
have to
reach
update
me.
you?
Yes, he has to. Because now me they go ask question last.
But he's not going to die. He's going to come back home.
I'm not saying he's going to die.
Yeah, so,
I'm not planning or praying for evil to happen.
No, obviously,
But-
it's like when people always like you to update people. Yeah, I get it, Sha. Update people where you're going to, even
Don't make me
regardless.
get worried
Yeah.
and all of that.
Yeah.
Even if it's my sister or somebody that leaves the house and you are changing location,
Yeah.
please let me know.
Yeah,
So I'll
true.
be able to say, okay, this person is here. So it's best you communicate that way. Not like you wait. So you left your mother. Why did you not leave your mother's house and tell me you want to get married to me when you cannot tell me where you are? Is it your mom you want to go and say, "Mommy, I'm going to this place," or your dad?
You would not even say anything. You would just go. That's the thing. You will just go. But now you're married, you will now have to tell. Say,
Okay.
you know what? I'm going to one place. Now, that one will not be calling you like your father and your mother when you were a child. She's reminding you
Oh,
of
thank
childhood.
God you went back to father and mother now.
Yes, now it's not like protection things.
Yes, we have to be protective
But it's
of
true,
our
Sha.
partner.
If
So
my-
you
I'll protect.
yeah.
I'll try to protect my wife too. True.
You see.
So basically,
oh, you're learning. I'm proud of you.
I've not learned anything. But anyways, I want to ask this question. In Lagos, especially, weddings and marriages in the world, it's not even in Lagos, in the world, weddings and marriages are based on a ceremony that in most of the times or most of the cases is beneficial to the woman. Do you understand me? The whole ceremony is centered around this woman must be happy in a proper setting. You know, for you, it was the party must be good. And I feel like in Yoruba land, the party must be good.
Yes.
The party has to be good. Now, when we say party is good, it means that there's enough food. The food went round. When accounting party was good, the food went round. We don't care, maybe somebody fainted in the party, but another person woke up and food went round. Important. Owambe, important. The food must go round. So, in which Owambe party have you gone to that was crazy or was weird? They're like, this Owambe is different from what the Owambes I've gone to in my life. This one is just crazy.
Okay. Okay. I remember one. My cousin, yes, from my mom's side, and I went for the wedding somewhere around here in Lagos. So
Okay.
and when they were done with all the ceremony inside church, everything was done in the church.
Reception.
Yes. No, hold on now. Let me finish. You can't wait. Everything was done at the church, the prayer, engagement. They went to change, came back with the what do they call it? What do they call that gown? Bridal gown or whatever they call the
White,
gown.
is it the white
The
one?
white gown, yes, white wedding, everything, everybody danced. You don't need DJ. Everybody at the end of the show,
Service.
at the end of the service, and somebody picked up the mic and said, church member, and what ijo in Yoruba, pick up your food at the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Those from Oyo State, go upstairs and eat. Your boss is waiting for you downstairs. And I was like,
What?
no after party.
Yeah,
Because I was asking my aunt, we went together. I was
Yeah.
like, Auntie me, she after
Yeah,
party,
yeah,
nibo la ma she.
Chop,
So
like,
we'll go
yeah.
there and all of.
Jai
So,
Jai now, connections.
Calm down, you will see the after party very soon. Because she knew I was expecting more.
Oh, she was even telling you will see after party
You
very
will see
soon.
after party very soon. So it was like saving cost. No need for DJ. You do
That's smart.
No
that's,
MC.
That's smart.
Yes,
That's smart. Actually respects that kind of marriage because, to be honest, the marriage is about the man and the woman.
Go
But
to your house.
they will come carry the thing now, contour them to community development.
I was in my house by 4:00. Wedding don't finish.
That time,
Pick your food.
reception just starts.
Reception. My wedding. I'm sorry, I was there till 8 as the bride. Yes, I was there till 8 p.m. I told you we started late.
Oh, okay.
So yes, I was there till 8.
What was the reason for starting late?
To transfer all the way from Lagos, get yourself down there, make up.
Did you wed in Lagos?
No, Ogun State.
Oh, you went that morning.
Yes, I went that morning. After doing bridal shower the night before, and here in Lagos, you find yourself there now. Makeup, video, and all of that. So, but this wedding was actually, no, I beg, it burst brain. And I picked up my food. I went upstairs again as, you know, the bride family to eat. But
So
I was
you
still
chop
with my-
soup.
I
So it's
chopped
a
soup.
regular thing that
Not
in
even
every
just to
Owambe
anyways.
party, they are always criminals. People are there for different reasons to chop two food.
Excuse me, my family now. So I can't eat one plate.
But if you go outside to one Owambe party, have you eaten two food before? Have you taken two plates before? All those, they've not served us amala on this table. You do that?
know, it usually take a longer period. You are there for the reception that can last for about 4 or 5 hours. You know, you'll be hungry again. So you need to ask to refill the system. That's why you need to do like
one of my most favorite Owambe experiences is when I go to Owambe parties and the table I am on, that table, they are like two senior women. I call them senior women because they are like mamas.
Yeah.
Now, because me, I can't be shouting on these guys, the people serving.
Yeah.
That they've not served us. So you know me, big boy now. You know, I can't embarrass myself. I'll just be pressing phone.
You know,
But I'm
I get
hungry.
it.
I'm like, these people, they've served everybody around. Come on, table amala, what's table me? And the mama will just stand up. Where is the event person? They've not given these people on this table food. I'll be happy. See, thank God. Thank God. Sometimes some women are crazy that they will serve rice. When they remove the plate, they will stand up.
Yes, now that's why I said you need to, refill. After dancing with the bride, spraying money and all of that.
That spray money is important.
The spray money is important, but there are some people that go there that they don't spray money. They just come for the food chat.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the main reason. Because why am I coming to your wedding is to eat. Why do you think when people go to wedding and this is another thing. When people go to weddings and they don't eat, why are they always angry? If you are happy that people are coming together to be married, why is that when you go to wedding? Why are you going to the wedding in the first place? It's not to appreciate the union between the man and the woman coming together. You know, they will kiss, do everything. But if you don't serve you food, you'll be angry. Think about it. Why are people always angry? You know, that wedding was rubbish. They didn't even give us food. Are you
Well,
okay.
It's not our fault. You pay transport now. You'd have used it. As we you stayed in your house, you'd have used that money to eat.
Calculating logistics.
I'm sorry.
Calculating logistics.
I'm sorry.
What? Human beings.
You need energy that you can't dance without food in your tummy. That when
You
it's not
didn't bring
like
money to spray. Sometimes now free bus carry you come. Most of the people that always come, they're always church members. Let me drag you people. Church members. Let me
I'm
church
not
members.
there.
Carry me Twitter. Church members. You people. You will go to wedding with church bus. You know the transport. I'm sure you better with family transport.
But the time, if I was home, I would have
You
cooked.
will now
Calm down.
be inside the bus that night. I went for one. Oh my God, I went for one inside the bus. We went for this wedding, and it was a church bus. So when we went, normal. We did all our pee. went to the wedding. They didn't give some people in the bus food. So when we're coming back, see complain. That wedding, it was not organized. So me, I was like, oh, it was not organized. Can you imagine? Some people were eating 3. Some people didn't even eat. This table was not our table. They didn't serve our table. And this guy was speaking with, when somebody is really, really,
Very angry.
really, really disgusted and angry. He's like, and I'm like, but when we're going to the wedding, we were going to a wedding. We were not going to a carnival of where food will be. I get that you should eat, you get me, but the point of going to the wedding is to appreciate the life of the two people getting married. Why is it that your biggest problem is the fact that they didn't serve you food? Think about it, you people. Think about it. And that's it on the show. What's Wrong with Scott on Knowittoo Podcast. It's always a vibe with me. And it was a vibe having Maroj on set.
Thanks
Please
for
give her
having
this.
me.
Make
Thank
sure you
you.
like, share, subscribe, and do what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. I don't know what you're supposed to do, but do what you're supposed to do. You know.